Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are in Ensenada, Mexico. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are in Ensenada, Mexico. We are sailing on the Carnival Firenze. Firenze. Sorry, they call it Firenze. So it's a really nice ship. It's our first time on board. It became a Carnival ship just a few years ago. It was a Costa before?
Costa Cruises, and now it's Carnival.
Yeah, so when you book on Carnival, if it says like Italian fun style on the ship, it's one of these ships from Costa.
I see our room.
Yeah. Our
Down
room,
there,
we're
the
in
corner, Firenze.
balconies. They're on the end there. You get that special access area on level 5 there with the jacuzzis. It's sort of nice. It's nice to have.
Today we're gonna go to the pharmacy and we're gonna go to the Starbucks. We've been here many times and it's so much to do here. My favorite one is La Bufadora. That's what I recommend people to do when they come.
And I like the wine tour. If you haven't been here before, I think both La Bufadora tour and a wine tour are both great options.
And we have videos from both places.
Yeah, if you want to see them, we have videos from both attractions from our previous things. And if we're smart, we'll link them in the description so you can go check those out. There's also a public beach I saw they were building here in Ensenada, but as you can see, it's sort of cold and shitty out. There's a storm coming in. It's supposed to rain, I think tomorrow or the day after. It's overcast. It only got up to like 67, maybe 70 degrees today. It was supposed to go to 80, but...
It's so funny because yesterday in Catalina, we're in the short sleeve, too hot. And today in Mexico, it's cold.
So since we're not taking an excursion today here in Ensenada, we're just walking into town. It's only maybe a half mile, 10-minute walk from the port. Really super easy. Nice big dedicated walkways. There's like a seaside walk right here. Some interesting little shops. A lot of them are closed though in the off season. I think they're only open in the summertime. We'll show you what there is in the walking area around Ensenada here. Wow, they're building something new, huh?
And it's big. Looks like a
convention
center. Yeah.
Oh, museum? Is that what the sign says?
It's yeah.
Some sort of new museum. That's cool. And last time we were here and you go that way towards the Bufadora, they were building a giant new public beach area. I sort of wanted to go there this time, but there's no point to go to the beach.
Weather doesn't cooperate with us.
And it might be a little further away than I remember it. I don't...
Yeah, we would have to take a Uber.
Taxi or an Uber there maybe, yeah. So along the little boardwalk here, there's some signs explaining to you the port and about Ensenada. It's a nice little park area, and this whole area has really become, like, remember the first time we came to Ensenada? It has to be like 15 years ago.
They didn't have this boardwalk.
This boardwalk wasn't here. There was no beach. I mean, there wasn't the wine tours even, but all the wineries, they were here and they were starting the wineries, but they didn't have a wine tasting tour, and now there's a bunch of wineries up in the hills. No, I really do like that excursion. It's a cool little succulent garden here now. There's a little like small business corral with a bunch of little vendors in it, but every time we've been here, it's been closed. Has it ever been open?
I'm guessing we never come in the weekends.
Or in the summer, maybe?
Or in the summer.
And some of these little businesses are open today. There's a popcorn factory, well, just like a snack place. They say they got churro there. And deli cafe, cookies and crepes and stuff. Where are these people getting the churros from? I thought one of those would have been the churro spot. Oh, there's churros out there. That's probably the churros. And this is a giant flagpole. Usually there's a a Mexican flag up there, and somebody said it's the biggest Mexican flag in Mexico or something like that. I don't remember what, but it is a giant Mexico flag.
Today they didn't put it up, so.
They probably took it down because of the storm coming in.
Let's see your head, baby. Where's your pet?
Right outside. If you walk the way we did, there's a little...
they don't have
there's
bills.
some little shops, souvenir shops.
You want me to check if they have a bill hat?
This is silly hats. I don't never like those Kygo hats.
Okay.
You can always get fun stuff. Apparel, different things, wood carvings, all sorts of fun souvenirs.
And we're going shopping now.
Oh yeah.
We actually been here so many times. We bought all of this.
Oh, well, no, all of them, but
No,
we don't
but
really
you know,
need more souvenirs, that's for sure. Oh, that's cute, the axolotl. So we just left the little flea market area. This is sort of like the main boulevard here. This is where the Starbucks is, and this is a cool like sculpture park. Ensenada is really like, all these things have really built up in the last like 15 years, it seems. I mean, just cool things to go check out and look at, different.
I would say more like the last 10 years.
Like, yeah.
Or less.
Oh yeah, it's becoming a beautiful city with green areas and parks, and
They make it more touristically.
yeah, I mean, it was built just as a port city. Just a giant shipping port, business port, and now it's becoming more of a touristic city. There's a bunch of colleges now here. If I remember right, these are some of the founding fathers of Mexico. Really cool, I don't know, sculpture, I guess you call it, sign. You can see on the plaza here, there's a police presence. Not sure if there's an officer in there, but police presence here. Workers are power washing the walkway here, keeping it nice and clean. There is security about, and it's just, I don't know. It really seems like an up and coming city.
People are coming here and then they go fishing.
I think so. Fishing's really popular in Ensenada too.
Co-workers who are bringing a lot of fish from here.
Yeah. I keep saying I want to go with them one time, but I haven't yet. So we kept walking along the way. There's a public restroom here. You do have to pay the attendant. I think it's just like $1, just a little nominal fee.
Or just going to the Starbucks.
Or just go to the Starbucks or the McDonald's or anywhere else. I think there's a really big like expat community down here. Like I think a lot of Americans.
Those police cars are so cute.
I love it. Well, tourism police cars. At least you know they can't arrest everybody, just one person at a time. Another popular thing is go visit the pharmacy. Most of the prescriptions are the exact same as they are in the States, and a lot of them can be quite cheaper even if you buy with insurance. So, you know, they're here. Obviously, don't buy what you don't need or don't buy what you don't have a prescription for. And of course, where you end up if you want Wi-Fi and you got nothing better to do, Starbucks. It's a short walk, maybe only 10 minutes from the cruise terminal. All right, so we're sort of done. We just hung out here in Ensenada. If you come, I was trying to think of the other things to do for cool things. There's a winery where you can do a wine tasting. It's the St. Thomas.
Bodega de Santo Tomas.
Yeah, that's what the name of the place is. If you Google map, it'll come up, St. Thomas Winery. Bodega de St. Thomas. I don't know why it's called that, but it is. And the other thing is the historic museum is pretty close too, only about a mile, the Historic and Cultural Center. And of course there's all sorts of shops, and honestly I feel very safe in Ensenada. There is homeless and beggars and things like that, but there is in America everywhere you go too. So don't feel, in my opinion, don't feel afraid to walk around. Everybody's pretty friendly. Yeah.
Yes, and they have good street food if you're hungry.
Yeah, there's a ton of good street food. I think we're gonna go get a churro. You want to try churro?
Yeah, let's try.
Okay. So even if you don't book an excursion and go on the winery tour, you can still have a wine tasting at the bodega. St. Thomas there, or you can just check out the town. But if you've never been to La Bufadora, it's a really cool experience. It really puts you in like that old school feel of Mexico. It feels like Mexico from 1980s or something.
And
over there.
You never see a blue hole.
The blowhole? Yeah.
For it, yeah, you should.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. Somebody's getting churros.
And 50 pesos for a small one. And
That's not bad. $3 for a little bag of churros. Freshly fried up, delicious. They also come with flavors, chocolate or strawberry, plantains. How's your churro, baby?
it's actually pretty good.
They're really good. Freshly fried. Hot. Well,
Very good.
that's what a churro should be. And $3, probably
50 pesos.
whatever. It's definitely the screw you, but it's not the FU price, right?
But it's good.
They're really good. Now, ready to watch the comedy club. We went to dinner, we hung out, got all dressed up, and that's the fun of the cruise ships, yeah? Just going to the shows, going to the comedy shows, getting dressed up every night. Yeah, baby? Going to dinner? Yeah. So after the comedy show today, we went to dinner, and one of the must-do things on the cruise ship is just slow down, go to the main dining room, enjoy dinner, get the appetizers, try something different. This is frog legs. And that's the cool thing about the cruise ship, that main dining room, you can try something different, order something that you would probably never order before or again or after, and I'm gonna try me a frog.
I should try the pasta. It's good. You like it? I'm gonna try one of your frog legs.
I mean, it's swimming in butter, but butter will make anything yummy. That's pretty good.